Welcome to another video. Today what we're gonna be going over is which fighter in each division is most likely to become the next champion. My last video I went over how long I think each current champion will hold the belt, and now I want to look at who in particular has the best chance at taking the belt from those people. We're going to be excluding the women's divisions today. I'm not a misogynist, I swear. I just don't have enough time. So yeah, that's it. Let's get right into it. So starting off with Flyweight, we got Pantoja as the current champ. And so looking at the rankings, I'm gonna automatically eliminate Brandon Royval. He's number one because he did just win his last fight against Moreno, but before that he lost to Pantoja, so I highly doubt they're going to give him another rematch, even though I guess they could, just considering he beat number one Moreno. But Moreno also already lost to Pantoja, and now he just lost to Royval. So I'm going to firstly just eliminate those two, 1 and 2. And number 3 is Amir Albazi, and number 4 is Kai Kara-France. And those two are like pretty close. Albazi beat Kara-France by a very controversial split decision, and a lot of people think Kara-France won. So I'd say it's definitely between those two. We also got Mateus Nikalu, Manal Cap, and Muhammad Bakayev. They're number 5, 6, and 7, so they're on their way up. But ultimately, just because Albazi did win the fight, I think he has the best chance. He's 17-1. He's on a huge winning streak. It just kind of depends what they're going to do next. I can't remember off the top of my head if either of these guys have a fight coming up. Okay, so I just checked, and Kara-France is supposed to fight Manal Cap, and he had to pull out. So I'd imagine they'll probably just try to make that again. And that's going to be a tough fight for him. And then Albazi, he was the one who was supposed to fight Moreno, and he had to pull out. Or you're supposed to fight Royval. No, he's supposed to fight Moreno, and then Royval stepped in, and then he ended up winning. So I'd imagine maybe they'll make, if they don't just give Albazi the title shot, which they might just do, they'll probably make him versus Royval. And I think Albazi probably wins that. So like the only factor isn't just who gets a title shot next. It's like skills also, and who has the best chance of actually beating the champ. And I think Albazi does. So Amir Albazi is my final prediction for the next champ at Flyweight. Moving up to Bantamweight, we got Sean O'Malley as the current champ. And he just defended his belt 3 days ago against Cheeto. Great performance, by the way. I did a little recap on that card in my last video if you want to check that out. But yeah, anyway, this division is pretty easy. I think Merab is the unanimous pick for this. I don't think there's any dispute. He's number 1 contender. Obviously, Aljo's moving up. He's number 2. But Corey Sandhagen at 3 is very close, because this might be a hot take, but I think Corey might have a slight better chance at beating O'Malley. And I know a lot of people won't agree with that, but I think O'Malley's good in 5-round fights too, and he's a really good striker. And obviously the wrestling, like 5-round fights do favor Merab pretty heavily. He's just a relentless wrestler. So he definitely has a huge chance at beating O'Malley, and that's probably going to be the next fight. So you have to give it to Merab for sure, but I'd give Corey a strong honorable mention, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him being champ in the near future. But pretty easy choice, Merab. I think everybody knows that. And I'm excited to see that fight, so we'll see. Moving up to Featherweight, this one's a little tougher to pick. So we got Topuria as the current champ, and we got Volkanovski as the number 1 contender. You know, they might do the rematch. I don't think they know what they want to do yet. Volk's going to take some time off, though, and, you know, in the meantime, maybe Topuria will defend against someone else. It's tough, though. So we got Volk at number 1. I wouldn't pick him because even though he has a strong chance of getting a rematch, I don't think he'll win it. So I'll probably eliminate him off the bat. Next, we got Max Holloway. And, you know, this one really depends on how his fight with Gaethje goes. And I don't think it's going to go well. And even then, I don't know if he's good enough to beat Topuria at this point in his career. after all the damage he's taken, and he's getting older. Who knows if he's going to stay at featherweight? It's hard to tell. Now we got Brian Ortega at 3, and he just beat Yair, and they could give him a shot if they want. Now, I don't really think he would win either. His jiu-jitsu is definitely a threat, but I think Topuria would probably destroy him. Out of those 3, I'd say Holloway is the most likely. I'd probably give it to him. Moving down, we got Yair. He just lost, so he's not getting a title shot anytime soon. We got Movsar Evloev after that, number 5. You know what? I'd probably give it to him, because after that is Arnold Allen. He's a strong contender as well. You got Josh Emmett, Kelvin Cater. It could be a lot of people. There's not a clear pick for this division at all. I might pick Movsar Evloev, though. Yeah, my final prediction is going to be Movsar Evloev. Like I said in the previous video, I don't think Topuria is going to be beaten anytime soon. I think he might hold the belt for as long as he's in this sport. But this video is about picking guys who have potential to take the belt. So Movsar Evloev would be my pick. He's 18-0. He's got that Russian style. Anyone who striking is their main thing, I don't think has a really good chance of beating Topuria. So I'll pick Movsar Evloev for featherweight. Moving on to lightweight. Now, looking at the rankings after that Poirier fight too, things have changed a little bit. Before, I probably would have just said Arman Tsarukyan, hands down. But, now it's a little different. We got Gaethje there as well. Now, let's look at Oliveira. He's number 1. He is coming off a win against Dariush, but obviously he already lost to Islam, and it wasn't a very competitive fight. So even if he gets the next shot, even if he beats Tsarukyan, I don't think he'll beat Islam probably ever. I don't think it's a good matchup. I think it's too hard, so I'm going to eliminate Oliveira. Justin Gaethje at number 2. No, he's definitely a threat. He's looked really good as of recent. If he gets this win against Holloway, probably a pretty good chance he gets the title shot. So he's up there. We got Dustin Poirier, who just beat Benoit Saint-Denis. Huge win for him. So he's right back up there as well. He could get a shot. And then 4, we get Tsarukyan. He's fighting number 1, Oliveira. And I think he wins that. And if he wins, it's hard to say if he's going to get the next shot, because he's not as much of a fan favorite as the 2 guys before him. But if he beats number 1, you'd think they give him the shot. But the rankings don't always make sense. We know how the UFC is. And then number 5 as well, we got Mateusz Gamrot, which I think all these 5 guys have a chance. Even if it's not a big chance, they have a chance. So, but out of these 5, I'm still going to stick with Arman Tsarukyan. I think style-wise, he has the best chance to win. And even if he doesn't have the best chance to get the next shot, just because of popularity, I think he does have the best style to beat Islam. So I'm going to pick him. For welterweight, we got Leon Edwards as a champ, the current champ. And going through the rankings, we got Kamaru Usman at number 1. But I don't think... Obviously, he's already lost twice to Leon. And I think he's going to be moving up to middleweight anyway, so eliminate him. We got Bilal Muhammad at 2. We got Shavkat at 3. Those are definitely my top 2. And then for a third, I'll throw Jack Della Maddalena in there. He's number 5 now. He's moved way up. Got a big win over Gilbert Burns, so I'll throw him in there as well. But out of those 3, though, I think Bilal might have the best chance at getting the next shot. But do I think he'll beat Leon? Probably not. So yeah, out of those 3 guys, I'd have to give it to Shavkat. He's still undefeated. He's from Kazakhstan. I think he has the most dangerous style for sure. So I think Shavkat definitely has the next chance at being champ. I think it's just a matter of him getting the shot, to be honest. He's number 3, so I think he's right there. But yeah, Jack Della, he's a sleeper, He has a good chance, for sure, at getting to the belt, I think. So, but yeah, Shavkat, I don't think it's too hard of a pick, so I'll go with him. Moving up to middleweight, we got Dricus du Plessis as the champ. Number 1, we got Sean Strickland. Number 2, Israel. Number 3, Whitaker. Number 4, Cannonier. And that might be exactly how I would rank these guys. I'd probably put Israel first. I think he has the most potential, but that top 4 right there are the guys who I think have pretty much the only chance as of right now to get the belt next. So I think Israel has the best chance at getting the next shot and probably winning. It's tough between him and Strickland, but so Whitaker already lost to him, so I think he's probably last on the list. And Cannonier, I think, is a good shot. He's definitely a sleeper. I'd throw him in there. But with Israel, I think just because of the rivalry that these two have, I think the UFC has a good chance of making that fight next. Even though Dricus has looked really good late, I think Israel has a good style to beat him. So he'd probably be my pick to get the next belt. It's tough. It's definitely tough. He's not ahead by a long shot, but he probably would be my pick. And then I'd go Sean number 2, and then Cannonier probably trails behind him. But yeah, I give it to Izzy, mostly based on the fact that I think they'll make that fight next. And he's just a good striker, so I think he can win a decision probably, or he probably could finish him as well. So yeah, I give it to Izzy. I think he'll get the belt back. That's my pick. Light heavyweight, we got Alex Pereira, or Pereira, however you say his name, as the current champ. Now this one's a little interesting. I think it's pretty clearly between two guys. Obviously Jamal Hill. He's literally fighting him in a month, so he already has his title shot. Now, does he win that fight? Honestly, I would pick him if it wasn't for his torn Achilles. How can you tear your Achilles and then get kicked by Alex Pereira? I think he might just get injured again. But don't get me wrong, I do think Jamal can catch that chin and knock him out. I do think that, but I don't think he will. And then number 2 is Yuri. Pereira already beat him. Number 3, we got Magomed Ankalaev. So I definitely have to give it to him. I think he definitely has the biggest chance. Jamal Hill is a very close second. I do think he can win. I just don't think he will. So I had to give it to Magomed Ankalaev. Style-wise, he's that Russian wrestler. Good striker as well. Or I don't even know if he's a wrestler. He's from Russia, but maybe he's more of a striker. But obviously very skilled. He's beat everyone. So Magomed Ankalaev, I think, will be the next champ at light heavyweight. For heavyweight, we got John Jones. Now he's most likely fighting Stipe next. My opinion, I think he easily wins that. And then Tom Aspinall's the interim champ, so he really should be getting the next shot, but I don't think he will. But yeah, this one's pretty clear-cut. I think Tom Aspinall's the next champ. Either way, whatever happens with Jones, he might retire, he might keep fighting. I think Tom Aspinall's going to be the next guy. Obviously, we got Cyril Gane up there. Aspinall just beat Sergey Pavlovich, who's at 3, so I think he's out of it for a little while. Have to throw Stipe in there just because he's getting the next shot, most likely. And then Curtis Blades, he's coming off that win last week. That was a big win, so I think he's right back in there. But I think ultimately Aspinall is definitely a number 1 guy. And I think he's skilled enough to become champ no matter who he fights. So have to give it to Tom Aspinall there. Pretty clear cut. But yeah, those are my picks. Those are my predictions. And I think a lot of these will happen pretty soon. Based on my last video or not my last video, but the one before that, I predicted how long each champion will hold the belt. And most of them are pretty short, just because I think most of the champions are getting to that older age, and I think the new guys are coming up. So yeah, those are my picks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm always interested in your guys' opinions as well. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the subscribers. Thanks for the views. Love you guys. Thank you. Bye.